What might happen if we really did get an alert on our phone telling us about an attack? If a missile did hit near to your location and you actually survived the blast, perhaps you'd notice the power would go out and the blast might hit your building. It would make sense then to run to help your colleagues or to find shelter, especially if there are other blasts. Going to a windowless room would be a good idea, but as you'll see, a shelter is only as good as its air supply.
So what happens now? What about all the fallout?
We're in a windowless room, in a solid building. Okay, we can seal up the doors, keep the fallout from getting in that way.
Seal up the doors? Oh yeah, great idea, Phil. We'll all just stop breathing as well, shall we?
It might be that you have a bug out location in mind, somewhere that you can run to that you feel is safer than the urban area in which you live. You may be lucky enough to have your own underground bunker, but the vast majority, almost everybody, that is, especially in the UK, wouldn't. Even if you do have your own underground bunker, the air supply is even more important. For most of us, all we have is our house, and building an underground bunker is impractical. Having a basement would be ideal, but most of us don't have that either, so we may allocate a room on the ground floor 3 meters or more from external walls. But if our windows are blown out, we would still need an air supply to ensure clean airflow into the safe room.
What the hell? Drilling holes in the doors now?
It's for the air supply. You'll thank me if something happens.
You're insane.
But if something does happen,
It's okay.
I have to check the windows.
No, you can't go out there.
I've got to seal this house. If it was a nuke, I have time before any fallout comes.
Oh my God.
at RVA Synergies, we manufacture and sell 2 different types of emergency air filter. The first one is our smaller, more portable unit, the UK1, which runs from any 12-volt source. Air that is drawn in through a pre-filter in your wall or ceiling will then reach the unit. It will pass through a HEPA 13 filter first, which traps 99.97% of particles. The air then passes through 3 kilos of TEDA impregnated carbon, which is a special type of impregnated carbon granule which will adsorb radioactive iodine, as well as a whole range of other noxious gases. The UK1 is the ideal choice for DIY bunker and shelter builders because of its relatively small size and its portability, but also due to its 12-volt input, which means it can be run from a whole range of different power sources. Next is the UK2. It's a physically larger unit and it's certified to NATO standard AEP 54 COLPRO multiple person protection. It has a HEPA 14 filter with 99.997% efficiency and runs from 240 volts main supply. The unit will still run from a small portable battery pack with a 240 volt mains output, as are popular today, but as you can see at 260 watts, a battery pack like this isn't going to last very long. The UK2 is more suitable for your larger bunker where a much bigger power supply is present. Coming back to our makeshift in-house shelter, a shelter really should have reinforced walls and ceiling, so this is about as makeshift as it can get here. But the principle of air filtration and creating positive pressure still applies.
Are we going to be okay here? What if another one lands on us?
Don't worry. If one lands on us, we won't even know.
That's not helping, Chris.
Look, I don't even know which way the wind's blowing. We've got at least 3 meters to the external walls. Except this one, which I've got all this water which acts as a radiation barrier. And we've got clean air pushing out, which means the bad air can't come in, okay?
Okay.
So how do we push the bad air out and bring clean air in? The principle is the same as a bouncy castle. We're essentially inflating the inside of our shelter. As you can see in this test chamber here, the walls are expanded. Up in the left-hand corner, you can see a 100mm inlet, and down in the right-hand corner, you can see a 50mm outlet or exhaust. We can see here the air is being sucked in. And if we take an anemometer and put it up to our exhaust, you can see that the small vane is spinning, and that indicates that air is being blown out of the shelter. So we have positive pressure. Of course, nobody wants to end up like this, contaminated by inhalation of dust. Naturally, we'd prefer to be in a situation like this, which just highlights the importance of an air filtration system, be it in an underground bunker or a makeshift overground shelter. The film footage you've seen in this video is from our anthology The Days Ahead. Making the 3 short films for The Days Ahead was an incredible experience, and one that remains grounded in my sincerity for the subject matter and linked to my passion for making niche product solutions. If you'd like to see the whole film, check it out on streaming platforms now.